Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another Timespinner Randomizer race. We are here for LordFizzlebeef versus AeroRaiser. I am on comms. I am Llama. I am joined by the lovely Windfay Maiden.
Hello.
Hello. All our runners are ready. I'll drop the gate on the hour, and we will be ready to go momentarily. So how are you doing, Windfay? Are you enjoying the tournament?
I am. I sadly have not caught many streams, being very busy around this time of year, but I saw some time this week that I could come, and I was like, ooh, I haven't done that yet this year. I really need to.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to start that race. And off they go as soon as the stream catches up. It's been a great series of races. I've calmed quite a few. I've caught a few that I haven't calmed. Every single seed has kind of been its own unique either nightmare or dream, depending on how cursed it possibly is. We have Fizzlebeef and AeroRaiser. They are near the top, if I remember correctly, of the tournament elimination here. Like the
leaves. I'll have to open that up to see.
Where are they? No, I'm mistaking. This is part of the elimination round. LordFizzlebeef and AeroRaiser having been knocked out of the first bracket. They are now fighting for their life. Got I+. That's good. That's real good.
Something I personally would enjoy.
We also have Storm Eye, which looked also plus, which also would be something you're very excited about, because your favorite orb is Wind Orb.
With a name like Windfay,
yeah,
I think
it's on brand.
It's on brand.
We are playing with Unchained Keys. I know I repeat myself a lot, but there might be someone who has not played the randomizer before, or played the game before, so we repeat ourselves as commentators. Unchained Keys allows us to have that fast travel right at the beginning, which does open up a lot of divergence at the start. There's no... Okay.
C-sash to start. All right.
Woohoo! Okay. Finishing the thought. There's no necessary... There's more options of going places that aren't bad calls because you can just warp back. The thing that we just got excited about is the Celestial Sash. That is that infinite vertical. So the world is their oyster at this point.
There are so many options with that just right at the start. It's quite wild.
Fizzlebeef checking that map, being like, okay, I guess this way.
One other flag that we have this year is the flooding. Is that the exact name? I always forget the exact name.
Rising Tides.
Rising Tides.
A fancy name for flooding.
So a lot of places will have water that usually don't, or they could be drained when they're normally flooded. The map does show this, so checking your map actually in this tournament can actually give you a lot of information.
Yes. Only certain areas can be flooded or unflooded, and so some skill is knowing which of those areas to look for when you don't have that water mask. If you got the water mask, then it's like, whatever.
Becomes quite an important item. It always is, but not...
Now it's even more important.
It's even more important.
Sometimes.
There's a plasma geyser, which is open to a door.
Yes, up in the castle, there is a Alana's room. It is locked by something pink. That is either the plasma orb, the plasma geyser, or the royal ring. The plasma crystal does not count, because you can't equip it. We got LordFizzlebeef doing the dip and then back up, taking advantage of that fast travel.
AeroRaiser did get an ancient coin from a drop, because there are randomized drops this year as well.
I also saw a Dragoon helmet drop as well. Pretty good equipment.
Was that also for Aero? Oh, A card to start. So. Okay.
I forget which side I saw it on. A key card, nothing helping quite yet. That is a present day present map option. Both of them heading up into the castle ramparts because they can basically access everything in the castle. Thinking about, yes, except unless the basement loop is flooded. Which I think they checked, maybe? And maybe saw that it wasn't flooded? The map comes and goes so quickly, it's very hard to know what the runners were looking for.
It's really nice that they don't have to raise the drawbridge. Just because they already had vertical, they could just hop down there, call it good. That is a death on Lord Fizzlebeef.
Oof. Yeah. They are quite low level for this area, and stuff hurts. That's a nasty setback, though.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
Did not save at all, because the only save between here and there is if you go all the way down those scaffolding areas with all the bats. So, and then there's the one save in the castle to the lower right of the room that AeroRaiser is in, but just didn't happen to tap either one of those. That's a big setback for poor Lord Fizzlebeef.
At least he knows what's going to be important or not.
Knows that he doesn't have to do bombardiers again. There was nothing in there.
Doesn't have to
dragoon
go down.
helmet.
Oh yeah. Doesn't have to dip down underneath the the bridge just yet, unless a card ends up being needed.
It'll be interesting to see if Lord Fizzlebeef does go down for that A key card, knowing that it's there. Another thing that happens though with runners is that when they die, it's like, all right, I died. I don't remember where that important thing was. So
yeah, it's very easy to forget exactly where you got something.
Looks like Fizzlebeef is just going and getting that A key card. That's fair. Because you're gonna want to not have to come back here. Oh, we have a raid. Thank you, the Benjamin.
Thank you for the raid.
Welcome, everyone. But we are skipping those bombardiers because we remember there was nothing there. And hopefully we won't get bullied by the engineer logs again.
Yeah, those logs hurt so much early on. One interesting thing, AeroRaiser just picked up Umbra. It was sadly minus. Both of their weapons are only sharp right now.
Yeah.
So that could be quite unfun depending on who they end up fighting.
Yeah, you can see them struggling a little bit against the giantesses here in the castle ramparts, which are strong against sharp. Basement loop is not flooded, so that's probably what they checked. So basement loop is this nice little loop start of the castle, and it's called a loop because it's a loop. It takes you right back to where you started. Chaos Blades. Ooh, another sharp, though. This is just a...
Yep.
They are dressed to the nines. They are sharp. Yet another sharp option, but it is also plus, and it covers a large area of the screen, depending on your preferred way of attacking. This versus Storm Eye is a choice to make.
Storm Eye feels like a better up close, usually for boss fights is what I would see it for, just because it hits a lot more. But the room clears that you get from Chaos Blades, it's hard to beat.
It's good for lots of enemies, and also it's good for lots of rooms with lots of enemies, but also bosses that maybe spawn a lot of little birds. You know?
Yeah.
A specific someone who shall not be named.
True. And if you don't want to be close to the bosses, I could see it being good for, like, Varney.
Got Star of Lachium on AeroRaiser's side. That gives you another orb to attack with. Good on those slower orbs, which Eye Orb is one of those. Slightly slower orbs. There is a technique that is in the game where you can swap between orb sets and get around that cooldown, but it is a skill, and also sometimes you just can't be bothered to do it.
It's hard to do it on smaller enemies all the time. We haven't seen a drop for a while. I don't think we've seen any drops from anyone in the ramparts.
Nothing terribly good. I am switching over to AeroRaiser because he has not died yet.
Get a little bit more.
AeroRaiser heading up to the Twins location. Because we are playing with Enter Sandman, that is the flag that allows you to access the final area of the game without having to activate the time spinner in the lab. You do still have to have all 5 pieces of the time spinner, but you can just go straight there if you find that warp. So the Twins location, the Twin oop, there's a gear.
First gear.
Is not always necessary, whereas before it used to be you always had to fight this boss location.
That was an interesting decision from LordFizzlebeef there. It didn't bother to pick up Star of Lakeem.
Maybe Fizzlebeef is just gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast, yeah.
I died. I can't believe I died. I gotta go fast.
Gotta skip those tiny
little bits here and there. You know, it sometimes comes down to that. We had a race that was maybe a minute apart at the end.
Yeah, that's real close.
Maybe orb swapping, because Star doesn't help with that, if you can get around that. We have Volturilis in the Twins location.
For our first boss.
Not strong against Sharp, but really annoying to dodge, except for his large hammer. If you just play chicken with him, he will whiff. Stand in the center, stare him down, and he chickens out. Fizzlebeef hot on the tail of AeroRaiser, following along in his footsteps.
Honestly, for what such a setback that death was, not very far behind at all.
Nope. That little bit of extra time saved. AeroRaiser continuing on into the Royal Towers, I would presume. Because he can just clear it out.
Yep. Especially with Plasma Geyser, you can even get those little tiny checks like that room.
I don't think we've seen any warp shards, but I also don't think either of them have warped just in case either. Which may be a moment of revelation at the end. Oh, Fizzlebeef skipping the Twins location.
Also does not have Plasma Geyser.
Thought that they had Plasma Geyser, but missed it. Ah, oof.
We gotta hope there's nothing in there.
Let's see what AeroRaiser gets over here in Pink Room. There's that warp on Lord Fizzlebeef.
Another ancient coin.
And...
Blade. Yeah.
Fizzlebeef does not know that, but... maybe that is the thing that he needs to stay ahead of AeroRaiser.
And we'll see if the 3 bosses are needed for lab access.
The new mantra is, instead of lab is always money, is prove to me that I need to go through those lasers. Because there's been some that even tried to, like, oh, here's the gas mask. Maybe you might need to go into the lab. No, nothing was good there.
We did just see AeroRaiser teleport, so...
I saw Fizzlebeef teleport as well, so both of them remembered to do that. Especially at the base of Aelana's tower, it's such a one-way area.
Yeah. Eternal Coat.
That's a really good pickup. Very late-game armor, increases all your stats. A whole bunch.
Especially good for that extra damage for these runners.
I do love the sunset in this courtyard that they high-fived in just now.
Yeah.
And of course, I've mentioned before, this is my favorite song in the game. I know lots of people say Lake Serene's song is good too, and I agree. But this one's good.
Pioneer's Horizon has a place in my heart. I also really love Military Hangar. I couldn't think of the name for a second.
Military Hangar is also very good. We saw Fizzlebeef picking up those warp shards at the Merchant's Crow and found the elevator key card as well. Another modern warp to somewhere. Another thing that's in the present that may or may not help them. But they did find that modern warp, so maybe?
I did see, yeah, there are Chaos Horns for sale, which is, I think, the highest defense you can get from a accessory item.
I think so. They're pretty good. Pretty rare drops. They also have that gilded egg to sell if they need more money.
That's true.
Ooh, Maw at the top of Ilana's tower.
We forgot the hardest boss in the game here.
I mean, they don't have time stops, so
it is quite a little
harder. Maw tries his best. and it's not good enough.
Almost never. Although, I'm trying to remember if it was me that one year somehow died on Ma.
I forget who it was. Got overconfident and very low leveled and high damage spot and just a whole bunch of garbage. Ma being actually terrifying because it was a high damage spot, you were very low level, you didn't have time stop, and you didn't have dash, and you didn't have double jump. You know, like a whole bunch of check marks against you. Don't remember if it was you specifically or someone else, but I remember it was a whole catastrophe of failures there that caused that to be true.
There are just so many like things that come at you in the Maw fight. If you don't have any vertical, you will pretty much get hit. Yep.
Especially if you don't have that time stop. Got an eternal crown at the top of the right side of Ilana's towers, but nothing other than that warp that was maybe required. Alright.
Looks like we're gonna go to, like, Serene now.
I didn't see where the modern warp was, so...
it was to caves. I think it might have been to Maw?
Either Maw Caves or the Siren Caves? No, the Zarian Caves. So, sealed caves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
Sealed caves could be one of two locations. I don't remember how they labeled it.
Yeah.
It could either be the Siren Caves, where luckily they have the elevator keycard, so they can, you know, climb out of there.
Otherwise, that's a really hard trek up there.
Where are we going, AeroRaiser? Where are we going? Going back for something they missed? What'd you miss, Arrow? Oh, looks like they missed one of the lower things. Thought it was maybe a save room and skipped it. That's never good.
I've done that before.
Oh, yep, there's... Wef pointed out, there's also the portal before Zarian that could be your warp. You know. Yeah. If the randomizer hates you.
That's what I'm thinking it could be. Which is not going to be a fun climb.
It's like, no thank you, Satan.
Alright, and we're going to a Cantron spot to fight Ilana.
A vanilla twist. Same attack patterns. Cantron spot having quite a bunch of health because it is a late game boss you can run into, only available in the NPC side quests. But Ilana has some pretty good telegraphing, and with infinite vertical, not too hard to get around.
And that is Water Mask. Ooh,
that's spicy.
That is pretty rough. Didn't seem like...
I was going to say, Fizzlebeef didn't double back for the Eels location. So, it'll be interesting if there's anything there.
Have either of them dipped into the caves yet?
There was the Pyramid Warp AeroRaiser picked up, which I think we saw Fizzlebeef pick up as well, because I see it on the tracker, just we forgot to mention it.
I didn't see that.
Well, luckily we have trackers. Oh yeah, that warp point is, yeah, it was at the base of the map, so I think that's the Zarian warp.
Yeah.
There's the keycard B on Fizzlebeef's side, and we're getting an early pyramid dip from AeroRaiser.
Could turn out to be something good. Getting that early warp on the right-hand side isn't the worst idea.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Ooh.
like, that is a pretty good grab immediately.
We're getting some spicy plays here.
That
Which one's
is...
gonna be the good spicy?
Uh-huh.
Gotta be careful of the enemies in here, though, because they can really hurt you.
Hopefully he has some healing items.
And hopefully he does not die. No, don't die! There was another gear on LordFizzlebeef's side, so Cantaran water mask is required.
That was underneath the water in the room right after Cantaran. Or near the bird ledge.
Yes. So Cantaran water mask is absolutely required. Not that the that AeroRaiser has this option, but the enemies in here are immune to time stop, so it wouldn't have even mattered. Normally, when you're in late game areas and you're just trying to get through it. Ooh, flooded pit.
Well, can't lose any time on grabbing that right now if it's needed. Or if it's not needed, so.
That is the worst regret chest it could possibly be. It's weak wet. Because it just takes so long to...
Yeah, that's a good good pause.
Okay, AeroRaiser made it. Okay.
We might just see a immediate dip out of here.
Nope. Gonna see. There's only one enemy to dodge, and it's just one of those guys, so...
I know I've been doing this just because I learned this. Knowing that there is the time stop enemy that can come at you in this hallway, I try to always time stop just to see if I can get it one time.
Yeah.
I've yet to see it.
/ unlucky. We have a flooded maw caves.
Lots of water to wade through.
Wow. So, it's very likely that AeroRaiser is going to be locked out by water. There's another gear underwater! And we'll find that Cantaran spot. But not yet, apparently. Going through these Zarian caves.
So we got 3 gears already. 2 have been underwater. And we're seeing right now AeroRaiser go backwards through Zarian caves, which is...
real rough.
Not something I'd wish on anyone. But who knows? There could be Teleria here, there could be more the gear of Spindle.
There definitely could be something that helps turn this around for AeroRaiser. But I'm gonna say Fizzlebeef has got a little bit of a lead at this point. It'll be interesting to see if Laser Gates is required, because at 3 out of 5, this early on in exploration through the sea, it could be.
Jackpot didn't have much.
Just galaxy earrings. Mini jackpot has the wheel!
There's the wheel. That's a really good get for down here, especially. It just lets you dodge a lot more.
That is give AeroRaiser a bit of an edge so that he can time stop, but unfortunately for it's not that much of a lead because Fizzlebeef's present warp is down there in Zarian Cave, so as he's exploring, he's very likely to go there on the way back up through the Zarian Caves.
We did see rare Raisha as well. Raisha, I believe.
Raisha? I don't know. And a casserole. Swimming along the ceiling. Oh no, there's a giant snail! How will I ever get over it?
It is very funny if you don't have time stop and you can just float above that snail.
So, you and I are only one item away from knowing where go mode is. We just need to know where that spindle is.
Could be anywhere. There's Teleria. Okay, I think this early dip into present is gonna be worth it for AeroRaiser.
Yeah. Depending on where that spindle is.
And just figuring, oh, maybe I should go back. There's the spindle.
Oh God, Fizzlebeef just needs to go to Zarian. Just needs to go to present, period.
Yeah. We're probably gonna see that since it's pretty much the only way to go.
Well, it looks like maybe you won't be late to your next match for comms.
Yeah, this is going pretty fast.
Yep, this sure is a seed. Wow. Yeah, unfortunately, AeroRaiser does need to go and get Cantoran. So he's not in a great position. We are seeing Fizzlebeef do the pyramid dip, which I absolutely agree with. You have one item left. You have to go there anyway. There's a whole bunch of items to pick up. So, yeah.
There's V-card.
Absolutely do the pyramid. Even if Tablet... So we know Tablet's bait, but it'll bait him in the right direction. Unfortunately, AeroRaiser has that tablet.
And just got V-card, so even looks like a better.
Yeah. Rest in peace, AeroRaiser. Unless something really weird happens, I don't think there's much to come back from on this. Sometimes you just make the wrong choice. It's not a dumb choice. They're all good choices. It's just, it's random. Random means random.
AeroRaiser did a really good job of getting out of the caves. At such an early level. Yeah, that was...
That's a rough way to go through those caves. It's not at all designed for you to go up through them. Especially without, like, double jump for that extra mobility. They do have that infinite jump, but it's not quite as easy for maneuvering. Oh, we're getting a weak wet chest! That's fair.
Weak wet wet.
It's wet, weak wet. Ooh. I regret nothing.
Don't.
Okay.
We're here for the cringe and free.
Yeah, Wef has a great point. It seemed really good getting that early pyramid dip to get that tablet until it wasn't.
Yeah. Get some bees!
The bees! It's a warp! Let's see
get back to the past.
Regret is. Luckily, Lord Fizzlebeef did do the save, so he can save scum or not save and quit, but just quit and then reload a save to get out of wet regret.
Yeah, that's a good point, Wef. Just like seeing the finished while having 2 gears and spindle still gone and just going, where?
What the heck happened in this race? AeroRaiser is gonna just be bewildered a little bit. Going to get that warp anyway? Fizzlebeef, I don't think you need this warp. I think you've already been everywhere in the past.
Unless it's Tama? No, because, yeah, he already went to Ma.
Absolutely not AeroRaiser's fault. Absolutely correct. Like I said, no bad decisions. It was, like, almost a great idea to go to the pyramid and get that tablet and then race to the library, because you got a whole bunch of downloads to do. But,
yeah.
The seed, it was not in the seeds today. It was not foretold in the RNG.
We could still see, since AeroRaiser's got this Teleria, if somehow Fizzlebeef just doesn't go for the upper checks.
Tries to do something else.
Yeah, just like, oh, I don't like this place, I'm leaving. Like, honestly fair.
Yeah, if he tries to do, I don't know, Upper Lake Serene, doesn't have a fire source, so I can't really see that play. Really needs Fizzlebeef to do something other than go to the present. Unfortunately, there's that present warp for AeroRaiser. Are you going to check Zarian? Well, that's gonna buy AeroRaiser some time.
Yep. Bombardment plus. That's a happy whiff.
Yep. Got a lot of nice loot in here, but nothing that AeroRaiser needs. This is a perfect seed for you and Wef. You guys should have done the comm for this one. Had Windor plus. Yep.
There's a lot of damage with these orbs.
Good old plus orbs. Also, Sandman does not resist it. Zarian being a late game spot, rather chunky on the health, and ouchy on the touch damage, but we're already at the second phase of Sandman, so not really that big of a deal. Nice single jump dodge on Fizzlebeef's side. Jumped over the dash.
Over on AeroRaiser's side, we are seeing a warp
Meteor
back.
Sparrows! That's what
Good
you get
reward.
That's what you get for trying to defeat Zarian.
We are seeing Cantrin coming up, I believe. No.
Nope.
We'll see.
We're at Eels right now, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah, Eel Room. We'll see if Cantrin is a choice that AeroRaiser makes. I could see this being fairly quick, but
yep, there we go.
We know that gear is coming up real soon for Fizzle.
Yeah. There's no way at this point, unfortunately for AeroRaiser, but fortunately for LordFizzlebeef, this is definitely in the end game.
Didn't see when this happened, but AeroRaiser picked up Radiant Orb and just orb swapped Aelana to death really fast.
Pew pew pew!
Between the Eye Orb and Radiant, that was quite a fast kill.
There's Radiant Orb. Over on LordFizzlebeef's side. Key card D. So much bait for the future.
Yeah. And AeroRaiser didn't go over there. And there's that gear.
There's that go mode. Fizzlebeef might be sweating at this point, not knowing if AeroRaiser went the same direction that he did. Both of them went a fairly straightforward path. AeroRaiser having that dash definitely helping, but also unfortunately, because he went to the present, he has that fire source, so he's doing top of Lake Serene.
31-minute go mode.
Yep, let's see who our final two are. We got Prince Nubius, the easier version of the two dad fights. Only weak to plasma. Ooh, God, those things hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe Fizzlebeef will just die a whole bunch, and that'll give AeroRaiser a chance to come back.
Could happen. We're seeing AeroRaiser go down at this point into the water.
But I don't think he's going to go through the bottom of Lake Serene. I think he's going to go to Maw. Which
I believe was a gear and the spin ball.
It does have stuff in there, but it does not have everything. Oh, he just tapped the warp. So he is on his way, I think, to go mode. He's going to clear out Lake Serene and then into Maw Cave. So, yeah, technically heading towards go mode. But that's the first boss on Fizzlebeef's side. One more boss to go. And we have Ifrit. Unfortunately, there you go. Time stop. Oh, did not get the cheese spot. Okay.
That cheese spot is hard for me personally.
If you get, like, just to the left or the right of that center triangle, the brown one that's pointing upwards.
Oh, I see.
Easiest final boss ever. If you get in the G-spot, he cannot hit you down there.
Mm-hmm.
You need either dash or time stop to get there in time, but time to bully him.
Lots of health on this guy.
Yeah, largest health bar, I think, on this guy. But that is it. With LordFizzlebeef being done, of an official time of 33 minutes and 42 seconds.
There's that gear.
Let's get exclamation points in chat for LordFizzlebeef. There's that gear. Please go to the maw. Please. No, the present! The present bait!
Oh. Present bait.
Yeah, Fizzlebeef just making the right calls. AeroRaiser's probably doubting all of his calls at this point. And we are joined by LordFizzlebeef. Welcome!
Welcome.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, poor AeroRaiser went to the present before you did and has gotten a lot of bait.
Oh no. So my early death put me in like ultra mega hyper panic mode.
We assumed.
And so when I get to that split of like, okay, I can go the way you're supposed to go, but I don't have a fire source, so that's suboptimal. Or I could go in the water and hope something's there.
And everything was there.
And everything was there.
Everything was there.
Yeah.
Like, there was a gear underwater in Lake Serene, and then there was a gear and a spindle in flooded maw caves. And it's just that gear and spindle that AeroRaiser is missing. He just needs to go to the maw caves. Unfortunately, having the tablet and a whole bunch of key cards is like saying, go to the present.
Yeah, when I first got that, the mysterious warp beacon, I think I was still down 2 pieces at that point, and I was like, I don't know, like a pyramid dive for 2 pieces, that doesn't sound like fun. But then when I was down to the last piece, it's just like, nah, this is worth it now. Let's try it. And then I got the tablet.
Go anyway.
And I got the tablet, and I'm just like, oh, I have a feeling AeroRaiser did this, and like that tablet check is going to be wheel, and I'm about to lose.
But luckily for you, it was on the way to where the tablets were. So you instantly hit go mode on your way out there, and unfortunately, AeroRaiser has the entire map to explore.
Oh no.
Yep. It's, luckily, Lasergate is not an option right now, but, and if AeroRaiser tries to go that route, he will find what he needs on his way to the maw. This is just the worst luck for AeroRaiser. It's just randomizers are going to be like that sometimes. It's such a short seed. Any other comments about it?
Pro tip, people looking to do well in Timespinner, all you have to do is wipe without saving in the first 5 minutes, and you too can have success.
See? Insider strats.
You caught up pretty fast. Skipping the Star of Lakim was pretty interesting. Behind the loop broken wall. I thought that was kind of a weird decision, but I mean, you didn't get it in the end.
I thought that was something else, and as I was halfway to the save point, I was just like, wait, what was that star? Well, it's too late now.
Too
it's
late now. That's a future me problem.
It's hard to tell when it's in the orb pedestals.
Come on, AeroRaiser, go to the maw. No! So, congratulations, Fizzlebeef. You are continuing on through the secondary bracket. Your next opponent looks like it is Wef Jebster. Any thoughts?
I think I blew all my luck on this match. Congrats, Wef.
Yeah, there's some definite luck going on there. Oh, we have a forfeit from AeroRaiser. So let us bring them in. Where's my controls? Forfeit and get them in. Winfei, if you need to dip out to your other comms, feel free. I know the room's not quite open yet, but feel free to dip out whenever you need.
Will do. I think I should be fine with.
Those of you watching, there is another race in like 20 minutes. So even though this one was really short, you can get a whole bunch more on the other channel, which I believe is
Speedgaming 4.
4. Still 4.
GG's.
GG's AeroRaiser!
Yeah, I decided to check, peek into the race room real quick, and I'm like, alright, this is about the time there's a chance there could be a finish, because a few choices I made did not pay off.
Yes, unfortunately, you went the route that gave you a whole bunch of bait.
Yo, the bait was everywhere. Holy crap, the bait was everywhere.
The spindle and the last gear you need are in a flooded maw cave.
Wow, so I actually would have been in go mode in about a few minutes, because I just went to Mall Cave.
Yeah, we were yelling at you, but you got the tablet and you got a whole bunch of key cards. Like, who could blame you for going
That
for
do
that?
absolutely nothing.
The seed was yelling at you. Hey.
I was only going to, and I was actually only going to Mall Caves to open up lab. That was the problem. It's like I was making the rush lab. Like, wow, thanks, game.
Yeah. So LordFizzlebeef had gone there before you, and so by the time he was out of places to go and went to the present, it was just that spindle left, which he got in Zarian Caves.
Yeah, also, shout-outs to, me putting off left side because I didn't want to go without water mask, and then as soon as I go to left side, immediately gets water mask, and I'm like...
Yep, live that life.
Yep. Cantaran actually being useful for once.
Yeah.
Very timely. Well, hello, kitty cat. We are blessed. TJ is here. It is a good feed.
I saw what our modern time making took us, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. It's forced Zarian games.
Yeah.
I saw that, but like you start at the back of Zarian, and I'm looking at it, and I was like, okay, yes, I have keycard A, but like, unless I have anything else to do, like I ain't going to the present unless I absolutely have to. And then when I
decided to immediately rush it and just include everything there.
Yeah, and then I got the tablet out in Pyramid, and it's just like, oh, present time now. Okay, got it.
Yeah, all I had left in the game was a little bit of the elevator stuff, and then everything to the right of it, which was apparently never necessary.
Nope.
Like, this was a super fast seed, and like you said when I first came in, a seed where if you get any of the bait items, well...
I'm sorry. The seed just was not happy with you.
Yeah, Talaria was in, Talaria in, Siren Caves.
Wait, where?
It was this upper,
the Sirens.
Oh, yeah, nah.
Yeah. I had gotten that. Yep.
Yeah, you'd gotten that when Fizzlebeef had not gone to the present yet, so we were thinking maybe that could help you.
Nope, because everything else there was bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it the Safe Scum chest in Zarian Caves? It might have been.
It was somewhere weird.
It was somewhere. Actually, yeah, it might have been. Oh, yeah, you know what? It was it, because I was like, alright, I'm gonna Safe Scum these for once. I never do that. Oh, never mind.
Never mind.
Talaria.
Well, wherever it was after that spindle location. We know for sure.
Oh god, I did an expert save scum in Pyramid. I did the save like I was supposed to, and then I get to the end of that long dead end underwater thing, and it's nothing I want. But I remembered that there was some kind of key item right at the front, and I'm like, oh, I need to go get that. And it's like, yeah, Time Worn Beacon. Wait a minute, I have all those.
Yeah, you'll hear us comment on that.
Yeah, I went into Pyramid as soon as I got access to it, and I was like, alright, time to find out what I'm gonna regret today. Oh, nothing, I don't have the water mask.
Well, it was filled with wet regret, so...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, GG's AeroRaiser, unfortunately, this
it is eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
But, shoutouts to getting a good starting orb.
Yes!
Right?
I was very happy when I saw that. I was like, oh, I'm excited. Then I got Chaos Lights, I'm like, I'm even more excited. Then I get Shotgun, even more excited!
I didn't make it to Shotgun, I just had Eye Orb and Chaos Blades, and it's just like, okay, we're good, this is it.
I was rocking Eye Orb with the star, so I was like 3 Eye Orbs just like running. Yeah, exactly. What I was like, I can't be mad at this. It was fate comes knocking. Because I was moving around actually very well this season. I was like, you know what? I'm only 2 pieces away. I'm pretty close to probably being done here. Let me take a look at the race room. Oh, he finished 4 minutes ago.
We were talking about how AeroRaiser is going to be like, wait, how? Because missing a couple pieces of the time spinner, and FizzleBeef is done.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, yeah, I didn't exactly get anything in the present.
But yeah, it's been great having both of you in this tournament. AeroRaiser, good show, man, good effort. FizzleBeef moving on to versus Wef Jebster. That's going to be exciting. And in 15 minutes over on, I've already forgotten, Speedgaming 4?
Yep.
Yeah, Speedgaming 4. You will not have me as the comm, so it won't be quite as good. But it will be Wef Jebster and Win Fei, so it's okay.
I'll miss you, Llama.
Yes. Wef will be okay. He's alright, I guess.
Wef is great. Wef's more than okay.
Any last comments from our runners?
No, GG's.
Can I get one of these trash fire seeds? I feel like I would. This all gas no brakes thing has to stop, please.
Please, I want off the ride.
You don't want the hour
I would
and 15
agree.
minutes
I think I made this comment on my last race. The worse the seed is, the better I do, because I tend to full clear, and I wasn't too awfully far off from that. It's like I had the right side of stuff after the present bosses, and then outside of that, mall caves and elevator stuff.
Well, with no further ado, let's thank Speedgaming Live for hosting us again. It's always fun. Thank you, our runners. Thank you, Win Fei, for joining me in the comms booth.
Thank you, Llama, for joining me. Make sure to follow our racers and also Llama.
And also Win Fei.
And me if you feel like.
I mean, if they're going to follow me when I haven't streamed in literal years, they should follow you as well. But great show, everyone. Exciting. But we are going to call it quits here and head on over in 15 minutes to the next one. So,
yeah.
Take care, everyone, and we will see you in the next one in 14 minutes.
Take care.
Later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.